Coming in this morning, there was plenty of fog knocking about. It's my best. I kind of like the cold mornings with the mist and the fog is coming up. I can imagine that. Being on the canals, great time to take a little bit of photography. That eerie mist lying low on the water, lying low in the ground. I saw on the way up here, there's one of those wind turbine-y type things. I saw the wind turbine in the centre of the road, and it was covered in mist, and there was a little blade sticking out through the mist. Oh, it just looked fantastic. If only I could have stopped and taken a few photos, it would have been amazing. But this is a still day. I mean, there's not a lot of wind going on. Of the 3 or 4 wind turbines and the one with the blade poking out the mist, the others were moving, and yet there was no wind. Kind of doesn't make sense. I thought it was supposed to be the wind pushing them blades around. How wrong am I? But it's nearly Cobron time. I had a chat in the office with Mark. Been putting the world to rights, as old men do. Old me. He's a little bit younger than me. There's some work gone on the boat this week. Run the VT. Look at that. Blue. Colour coordinated. Even the t-shirt sprayed in. I kind of think none of this, you don't get this in a house. I'm one step away from everything. In the fridge, in the freezer, doing a bit of cooking on my 3 cookie gas hobby thing. There's the sink. Here's a bit of preparation space, talking to people in the dinette, sitting down watching me slave away. Or just behind you there is the is the sofa type thing, which is going to be grey, and that's going to match the grey tiles on multi-fuel stove on the back in there. They're grey, they've been ordered, and in fact they're in. And I can see down the boat, you know, if someone's in the office I can lean back. Oh, how are we doing? People watching a bit of telly. I've got my music, got my speaker close by, blasting out a few tunes from the popular hit parade. What I've been listening to, the Dooleys, Wham. I was a big Wham fan back in the day, because bad boys stick together, never sad boys. How did I remember that? I could never remember maths. Maths was never a strong point. Wham songs? Absolutely. Edge of Heaven? I can remember that, but I can't remember algebra, and I can't remember trigonometry. Although, when I was studying for the old MBA, we had to do managing information by numbers. and I found out there's a need for trigonometry. Unbelievable. That was one of those modules that I researched and learnt all the formula that you needed to work out for taking over a business, or understanding if the business is viable to take over. There's a massive formula there that you do this trigonometry stuff for. Pass, learn, dump. So don't employ me as a mathematician. Can't do it.
Obviously big is better, giving me a bit more room.
So I'm just going to cut you a channel then at the floor. Yeah. And then I'm going to put 2 pieces on each side.
This is what it's going to be like. Me opening the side hatches, looking at the sun, looking at the scenery. All right, there's a BMW here now, but there's some daffodils out, which is always a nice thing. Tells us spring is here. It's probably 15 degrees, 15, 16. Anyway, there's a bit of work going on.
A bit?
Look at that, pride and place. Centre mug. I think this is going to be my vlogging space. I've got that openy side hatchy window thing opposite, which lets lots of natural light in. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, if when I park the boat, if the sun's coming in this way, then I've got the office door with the window hatchy thing on the other side, then I'll film from that side. And if not, I've got the table here, camera locked off on a tripod. I think this is going to be a great vlogging position. Anyway, the windows made me think, you know, we've got a round window, I've kind of got an archy type window when it's fitted, and I've got a kind of a square. It reminds me of play school, which for those who are non-British, play school was a preschool educational thing. You had presenters would, you know, present for young children. So play school was kind of like a cheaper version of Sesame Street. Who got me onto that was my little daughter Lucy. She's not so little now, she's 30, but I can remember her stomping in from the bedroom. I remember my eyes getting a good poke in. Lucy didn't realise that when you're asleep your eyelids close over your eyes, so she was trying to open my eyelids. I could feel my... And then when I opened them, she pointed at the telly. Straight, she used to say. Now Sesame Street was on at 5 in the morning. So as all young parents do, give in for an extra hour in bed. And I used to hear one flying bat, two flying bats, and then I thought to myself, do you know, this is quite interesting. So my eyes would open, and I used to watch Sesame Street with her. And there was Grover, Bernie and Ernie and Bert, Cookie Monster, the Grouch, all of those fantastic characters teaching young children various bits and bobs. I went into work and I said to everybody, did anyone watch Sesame Street this morning? What would I do watching that? Scottish, by the way. What you could do watching it, mate. Might improve your educational standards. Which bit's this?
The blockers you're really desperate for.
Oh, on the, where's Archie? Oh, there's Archie over there, look.
chopping board as well, Christian.
If you wouldn't mind.
What size do you want it? Sit on the end of this?
I don't, why?
You know where where the fridge is?
Yeah.
I want to sit on there, won't it? That piece.
I mentioned about fridges and freezers having smaller units than a normal household unit, and Don was saying that to get this freezer, that fridge out of the boat has to go through the side hatch. So I wonder what would happen if you didn't have a side hatch. Clearly the washing machine's going to come in and out again through that hot side hatch. For me, it's all these little things requires a little bit of planning. None of these electrical stuff lasts forever, but the ability to change them as and when they fail for whatever reason, hopefully they last a while. You know, fridges generally last 10-year-ish, freezers the same. If you've got fridge freezer, clearly one goes, then you have to change them both. But I'm hoping 10 years-ish. Washing machine, if you've got 5 years out of a washing machine, then I think that's a good deal. But I'm one of those people where you buy the cheapest washing machine with the biggest spin rate, because the motor on it has got to be fast enough, has got to be big enough and hard enough to allow that drum to spin. So the washing machine I've got is a 1400 spin, and it's about 7k capacity, which I think is ample for what I require. And when I've got the kids on board or guests or whatever and we need to do any washing, then, you know, time will tell, won't it? Time will tell. Certainly for me, living on my own, absolutely, absolutely. Gonna have a door on the front, and there's gonna be something else that goes up there that's angled across here, and in there will be a pumpy type thing. Or is a pumpy type thing going in this gap? I don't know. It's another bit of a storage unit. So what do I put in storage units? I have found out there's toilet rolls go in storage units, toothpaste, toothbrushes, face cream, hand cream, skin cream, Vaseline, creams, soaps, shower gel, what else? I don't know. But these cupboards, there's enough here for all that stuff. Bit echoey. What I was surprised about, in fact I was having the chat with Mark and he noticed things that I didn't notice. He came on to inspect the boat this morning and he said, oh, look at the fitting of the bedroom wardrobe cabinets type thing. He was impressed. Now for Mark to be impressed, I'm clearly impressed. I'm out here on the well deck. I'm not going to have a cratch cover. I don't know if I need one just yet. And you know, cratch covers are one of those things you can add later. Will I add one? Probably at some stage. But I kind of, on my first year, want to get to know the basics of a boat and want to get to know the basics of how I'm going to live. And so far, everything is great. Full stop. Friday afternoon clean up. I'm going to do my little bit.
I won't waste your time for us tonight.
Make everybody think I do my little bit.
I probably know you by now.
Bit of noise going on in there. I didn't want the same sort of stuff as we had last week, so a little bit different. It's nice outside. It's a little bit quieter. Spring's coming along, look. The sun's been outish, but what's coming along is the warmth, but also the boat. I mean, that Prussian blue is exactly how I imagined it to be. Same sort of colour as this. It's looking a bit leaner than I am. The fridge, the freezer. Most of the kitchen stuff's in there, apart from the washing machine, which will probably go in next week. There's stuff going on in the bathroom. That new bathroom cabinet's in. The bedroom cabinets are there, but not quite put up. And that Archie thing, well, that's going to be up, I think, by the time I come back to see the boat. The way that the furniture's being made, and it's millimetre perfect, which is, you can't ask for more, can you, really? It's a standard of professionalism that the lads have got, and I just, again, I keep harking on about it, but it's brilliant. So, until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, and I'll see you next week.